right, here we are, round 2 and some ATV trails. It is so wonking, slippery. Wow. What am I doing out here? Oh my god. Oh, I couldn't turn at all. That's hilarious. Couldn't even think about turning. Whoa. That got deeper. Oh. Really? Poor old girl. She don't like the water. Some gas leak out here for a minute until she wants to run again. There we go. Okay, back in action. I mean, if you like to ride and have fun, by all means, this is awesome. I mean, dude, I love dirt bikes. I really do. They probably brought more happiness in my life than anything I've ever done so far. I was watching one of Dirt Bike Channel's videos this morning. I think it's his recent one. He just came back from like having ACL, MCL surgery. And that guy actually gets emotional about how much he loves dirt bike riding and how he, like, you know, spent time away from it. And he said there was other reasons too, but in a way that's kind of how I feel about the whole thing. I wouldn't trade it for the world, and I have more fun doing this than anything. I mean, look at me, I'm out here by myself today with no tire picks, just, you know, loving every minute of this. Launching it off rocks. Most people today would be like, oh, it's too muddy, it's too slippery, it's too this, it's too that. It's like, dude, just get out there. You'll have more fun doing this than sitting on your couch, I guarantee it. I don't understand why more people don't do this, or more people don't appreciate it, I should say. It's just an awesome sport to be a part of. Oh my god. There was something in the snow back there. I don't know what it was, but it took my front end. Traction is not superb. It's like even worse on this leaves and crap. This is going to be an interesting line. A little hill climb right there. It's kind of a nice view once you get up here. What a crappy day. It's literally hailing right now, and I'm out here on a dirt bike. I'm loving every minute of it. Another good little downhill here. At least the ground isn't too frozen. It is really icy, but it's not like frozen icy. It's just like surface ice. It's not bad. So kind of liking that, but So I'm working on a hard enduro loop. Just like some of the nastiest, make you want to quit dirt biking, push your bike more than you're riding it kind of stuff. 'Cause that's what I'm really into. Yeah, pushing my bike more than I'm riding it. No, I really like those kind of trails. So I'm working on a loop. It's like probably gonna be between, I mean, if you include the connector sections, it's probably gonna be between like 10 and 18 miles of like nasty hill climbs, really bad side hilling. Just gonna be like really hard stuff, and I'm gonna post most of it on YouTube when I'm done cutting the trail. And we actually welcome people to come try it with me. I know there's a lot of people that are into hard enduro kind of stuff that maybe aren't on YouTube or aren't posting videos, but I watch like Zack Attack 1, and a lot of his stuff that he rides and likes to ride is the kind of stuff that I like to ride. So I was hoping, you know, maybe you get people like that, or, you know, anybody who likes hard enduro for that matter. So we got a tunnel coming up here. I got the squadron light on. This river is going to be raging right now. I know it. Wow. This is worse than this normally ever is. It's so rocky. It's so deep too. She almost stalled out on me again. Bastard. We'll get in the shallow stuff. I gotta fix those hoses. See, why it keeps bogging out in the water like that is I have the hoses, all the carburetor drain hoses on the, like sitting on the skid plate on the bottom. And the skid plate fills with water and it blocks up the ventilation tubes on the carb. I gotta fix that. I still haven't had time. The bike's a 2019. I literally just bought it, haven't done like anything with it, but except ride it. I set up the suspension, it's revalved. It's revalved and sprung because I'm a little bit more of an aggressive rider. Yeah, if you can't go through the water flat, just wheelie through it. But anyway, so the hard enduro trail, I'm gonna welcome people to come ride it with me who like that kind of stuff, or just really want to challenge, you know. I'm actually purchasing in the process of purchasing an Outlander 1000. So I'm gonna use that probably to cut the remainder of the trail, because I have to walk so far. I probably walk like 3 to 5 miles on like a good cutting day, and you know, that's just uphill, downhill, rocks, and it just wastes so much time if I'm able to like get to where I need to cut on a quad and then like you know, walk from the quad and then walk back to the quad, and you know, that would be a lot quicker. Oh boy. So yeah, that's gonna be done as soon as I get the Outlander and I start trimming trails. People have been riding quads out here like crazy. Some hill climbs and whatnot. There's a real good one over there. Probably not gonna do it today because I never make it, but yeah, so the hard enduro trail. But anyways, I'm gonna go find some cool trails, and I'll continue the video. So anyways, back to the tire picks. I mean, you can ride without tire picks and this stuff, in the ice and the snow, but it's really not as enjoyable. You just can't really push the limit, you know? Don't get me riding wrong. The riding is fun. It's just this thing is running like crap today. I think the water in the carburetor might have something to do with that. The water in the hoses. But oh, we got some feasting going on there. So slippery. This is usually like a pretty high speed loop, but I'm just sliding all over the place. So like I said, you can ride without picks, you can do it, but it's so much more enjoyable, and you really can't push the bike or your limits at all when it's like this, just because it's so dangerous. If you want to go to work on Monday, you know, and pay for your bikes, and just really the right thing to do is to fess up, buy tire picks. I've had experiences with like the screw-in studs. They work great on like lakes and stuff like that, but they're really not any good at all on in the woods. The woods riding is just so much. I am all over the place today. Yikes. So yeah, like I said, the screw-in ones, you literally will lose like screw-in studs. You'll lose like half of them on 2 rides. I mean, it depends how long your rides are, but if you're riding like I am, like say you know, a good 2-3 hour practice or a 2-3 hour loop, you're gonna lose like more than half of your studs. If you get the screw-in type, that is. So there's other ones, like there's grip studs. I have a set of grip studs, and they're like kind of like a rally cut, which means they're not really that long. They're kind of made for exactly what I'm riding in today. They're made for frost, you know, ice, snow, that kind of stuff. And then I have, you know, probably no more than 3 inches of snow, maybe 4 inches on rally studs. Oh my God. That gives you a good idea how slippery it is without picks. Right there. All I did was land like a little crooked, and the bike just goes whatever direction it wants. But anyways, okay, so the grip studs, yeah, they're like a screw-in kind. You can do yourself. You can buy them off, I think it's just the Grip Studs website. I'm not positive, don't hold me to that. If you type in Grip Studs on Google, it'll come up with like the website, and they have all different types and kinds for, you know, trucks and cars and bikes and basically whatever. So the next kind I like to use the best, because usually I get like 6 to 8 inches of snow I'm riding in, would be like the deep snow studs. So they're like they're a lot longer than rally studs. They got carbide tips, and they honestly just dig, man. And even like riding today, you'd be stuck to this ground like glue, which, I mean, some people don't like that. It's not great, especially if there's any rocks or anything like that, like, you know, and the snow is not very deep. But I really like the deep studs. I really like the deep snow studs. They just seem to work excellent for what I do. So I'm probably gonna do like a video review on both kinds of studs that I have. Hell, if you want, I could probably even show you, I could do the screw-in kind just for the hell of it and show people that they really don't work in the woods and the trails. You know, the front might have pretty many in it at the end of the day, but your rear is going to be missing like more than half at the end of a 2 or 3 hour ride. And that's really not what you want. But I can show you that if you want, just to prove to people that screw-in studs really aren't. I mean, even if you do different stuff, like you could Gorilla Glue them in or whatever, but they're really just made for like lakes and like ice on the water, but they're not made for riding in the woods. But I'm gonna do like a review on the deep snow ones, and I'll probably do a review on the rally studs, like grip rally studs, just to show people how good they are and how good they work. Because I don't see like I see some reviews online about them, but I don't see a lot. It'd be nice to see more, so maybe I'll throw that out there for anybody who's interested in that. And I'm sure it'll be entertaining on the way, because I'll probably crash and do stupid stuff. Stupid stuff like riding out today here without picks. So my suspension was done by GTR. What the hell was that? Like I said, GTR did my suspension. That's Jules Trepainer Racing. He not getting paid or anything to advertise his stuff, but his suspension setups are unreal. I mean, I can just hammer rocks, man. I mean, hammer them. I just keep this thing, you know, 3/4 throttle, wide open, 3rd gear, coming into some rock gardens that are straight on, and it soaks it up like a cloud, man. It's amazing. But like I said, I wouldn't trade this GTR suspension for the world. I have the AB set up, so it's a little bit stiff in like the real tight slow stuff, but if you go a little faster, it's not bad. I'll probably do a review altogether on my suspension versus stock. I have 3 different bikes at the moment that I'm riding. Well, I'm not riding the 500 right now, but I have an 18-300 XCW 6 days. It's all set up. I pretty much sank every penny I had into that bike, and it is awesome. I wouldn't trade it for anything. And then I have this, a 19T 150, and I'm actually selling the 17 EXE 500 because my buddy bought a 2018 XC 350F or 350 XCF, however you want to say it, and that bike, dude, is just unreal. I want that bike so bad. So I'm selling my 500 because I honestly don't ride it that much, and I feel like I just ride a 350 so much more. I mean, I rode it and I instantly liked the power delivery. I liked the single track abilities of it, the way how heavy it felt. It was just perfect, or how light it felt, I should say, not heavy, but I mean, for the fun factor on that thing and the amount that I'd probably use it to race, I could race the more fast open stuff with it, ride the more fast open stuff with it. Definitely a good bike. I'm definitely trading in or selling my 500. Probably just straight selling it. They never give you enough for trade-ins, but sucks this is so slippery. I would be flying on this trail right now. It's okay. Soon enough. In the other stud video. use this 150 for probably the tight trails, like the really tight, gnarly stuff. And this bike is just awesome, man. You know, even when you get into the open stuff and you light it up, it just puts a freaking smile on your face. It is so awesome. I honestly don't think I'd trade this 150 for anything either. Well, depending on what I'm doing with it, you know. If it was all fast open stuff, I'd rather ride my 500, but I mean, how often do you ride only fast open stuff? Almost nobody does all the time, unless you're racing that. But racing that. But I mean, I open this bike up and it's like, wow, it's beyond powerful. I did do an RK Tech head insert on this bike, a high compression head insert, because I'm kind of a heavier guy. I'm like 240, so I'm like 6'3", 240. So, I'm like 6'3" with my boots on and stuff. I'm probably like 6'2" without them, but I mean, I gotta be almost 260 or 270 with my gear on and my backpack and all that. So I kind of found the bike a bit underpowered, which was to be expected, obviously. So I knew the RK Tech head would solve that, and it did. It's so gruntable now, and it's just, wow. For a 150, it's unbelievable. I had an 03 200 EXE, and that bike I really liked a lot. I liked the bottom end of it and the lightness, and I could just ride it fast forever without getting tired. And that's honestly what steered me to the 150. Oh, look, deer. Honestly, what steered me to the 150 was the lightness and the flickableness and the power, delivery. Just really like it, but why did I go that way? I never go that way. What the hell's wrong with me? So slippery. There's a tree down on this hill. I made it over the middle of that once. I was pretty proud of myself. I should probably post this video up right away. So my buddy Luke, we're debating on riding here or riding in New York this weekend. And New York is frozen. It's very cold right now. Here it's not quite as frozen, but there's still snow. And I mean, either way, I think we'd be having a blast. But I think we might pick my house, or New England, instead of New York. But we'll see. Whoa! Just taking the front end out. So slippery. I'll just post this video and tell them, hey, this is without picks. Let me know what you want to do. It's slightly slippery. I'm probably riding just a little bit too fast. Whoa. All right, a little loop. We're back to the beginning again. It's kind of fun. Just afraid to corner fast. But anyways, I'll try to turn on the GoPro for some other interesting footage. I'll go to the next section here.